and welcome to the VA Passport. My name is Michelle Dale, and today I've got with me a gentleman called Paul Bryant, who is basically a conversions expert for online businesses, and we're going to have a chat with Paul today with regards to his new conversion rate course which he's just brought out, and he's going to give us a few tips and hints on how we can convert leads ourselves as service providers. So hi Paul, welcome to the VA Passport.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got loads of questions for you with regards to basically online service providers and how we are able to convert leads online to generate more clients, to generate more income. So hopefully you'll be able to shed some light on this whole thing, because when we first talked and when you first contacted me, I was a little bit like, well, you know, it's mainly for products and affiliates and things like that. But I think you're going to open up a whole new can of worms for us here in terms of how we're going to be able to use these techniques as service providers. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to let you talk. So please do introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about your background and how you got into this.
Yep, sure. Well, as you said, my name's Paul Bryant. I'm from the UK, and I worked for around about 3 years as an affiliate manager for a UK network. So I started that role back in 2006. Before that, I'd done sort of little bits of online marketing, but nothing that had really gone anywhere. I was just sort of messing around, playing with different things, testing different things. Didn't really know what I was doing, to be quite honest. Anyway, this job offer came along, as I said, 2006. And I spent about 3 years as an affiliate manager. So I was looking after various different products, mostly in the health niche, and as well as running the websites and making sure that the websites were operating properly and the copy was converting and, you know, we were getting customers through. I was also managing the affiliate side of things as well. So anybody who was promoting the product and trying to make sales, I would talk to them, help them to try and make more sales from the traffic that they were getting. So sort of over the 3 years that I worked there, I had a lot of exposure to a lot of different websites, which is quite a privileged position really, because I got to see so many different approaches and techniques and different ways of doing things. That kind of sort of opened my eyes as to what was possible, but also what worked and what didn't work really when it came to affiliate marketing, when it came to conversions, when it came to general sort of online marketing, if you like. So sort of as I saw that people were making money from this and doing quite well, and I'm seeing all of these different approaches, so I decided quite quickly to start putting that into practice myself and seeing what I could do to replicate that and use that knowledge that I was learning to earn some money for myself on the side. So I started building things up in my spare time, and eventually, much to my surprise, I suppose, it got to a point where I was earning enough to, well, more than what I was actually earning as an affiliate manager. So at that point, it was kind of like, well, you know, I never thought I'd get to this stage, but now I have. I need to take advantage of that, and now is the time to sort of quit my full-time job and work for myself full-time, because that is how I'm going to grow things. So that's what I did. That's just over 2 years ago now that I went full-time on my own. And since doing that, I've developed a network of different affiliate and merchant websites in all sorts of different niches, from finance to pets to sports, you know, quite varied sort of range of different niches. And I've been able to build up my own online business, which, you know, as I say, when I started as an affiliate manager, I knew very little, and I never thought I'd get to this stage. So that's kind of sort of where my experience has come from, and sort of where my passion for conversions sort of first started, really.
And that's really interesting, because, you know, so many people start this type of business. I've heard of so many people going into affiliate marketing and just kind of falling at the first hurdle really, and not really making it. So kudos to you, you know, for getting as far as you have. Okay, so you're obviously very good at what you do. You've been doing it for a couple of years now on your own, and you've just launched a course about conversion rates. So for those of us who don't know what a conversion rate is, please can you explain what it is basically?
Yeah, sure. I mean, most people, when they think of conversion rates, they kind of automatically assume that a conversion is a sale. So, conversions are basically getting somebody to do what you want them to do. And the automatic thing is to think, well, that means making a purchase because that's what most websites, anyway, exist for in the end. Um, so, that's a first sort of misconception really about conversions. Conversions are about making sales when that's relevant, but that's not the only thing. Every single page on any website has got an end goal, and that end goal is the conversion basically. So even if that's just getting somebody to click through to another page on the website, that can be classed as a conversion because it's an action that you want somebody to take after looking at your website. And equally, just to kind of relate that to service providers, if you put in a proposal for a particular job, then the conversion would be what you want the person to do at the end of that proposal, which is basically to hire you and give you a try. So conversions exist everywhere, really. It's not just the end goal of making money, but there's lots of mini conversions, if you like, along that process that you have to go through to get to that ultimate end conversion goal. So you've got to look at all of the different conversion goals that there are. And you think of it as a funnel, really. So you start off at one end where you've got somebody coming to you, or let's keep it on the service provider sort of route. So the first thing that you've got is when somebody puts out a job spec, let's say, and you decide you want to put in a proposal to try and win that job, then you're at the very beginning of the conversion process. Your first conversion goal along that process might be, you put in some sort of message to them. It could be a proposal, it could just be asking for more information, but your first aim is to get into some kind of dialogue with that person and start talking to them, because without talking to them, you're never going to be able to actually land the job. So that would be your first conversion goal. And then your next conversion goal could be, perhaps submitting a sample of work and getting them to agree, that they like the sample or give you feedback, whatever it is. That's the next conversion goal. You might have several of these along the process, and ultimately you're funneling that person towards that end conversion goal of actually awarding you the project. So that's how I would define conversion rates, both for websites and for service providers as well.
Excellent. It makes it a lot clearer. So basically it's the process between the time that the person lands on your website through to booking the appointment with you, through to you having that consultation with them, and you can basically help people do those type of conversions as well as just like the online product sales conversions as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the course that I've put together is more targeted towards people who own websites either as affiliates or selling products. However, the actual principles that are involved are exactly the same, no matter whether you're trying to sell somebody, a weight loss pill, or whether you're trying to win a project. The principles are exactly the same. You've got to be able to relate things to that person. And so there's kind of two things to look at really from a service provider's point of view. You've got two main reasons why conversion rates are important to service providers. The first, as I've already mentioned, is because if you know about conversions, you can learn the techniques, the persuasive techniques, because it's a kind of psychology, but you can use those techniques to get people to award you projects against other people. And the other way that you can look at it as well is that if you know about conversions, then, depending on what kind of services you provide, but let's say if you're providing copywriting, article writing, web design, any of those kind of areas, then if you can show the person that you understand about conversion rates and you can make them more money, then that would be a decisive factor between them choosing you rather than choosing somebody else.
So you're looking at it from an angle that somebody could take your program and actually then, have the skills that they need in order to help their clients with conversions.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, the skills that you learn are very transferable to all sorts of different things. And it's just another skills really that you can put sort of on your CV and say, look, this is something that I'm a specialist at. And I mean, you know, conversion consultants can earn a hell of a lot of money. It's a very highly paid, desirable skill because the results that you can achieve for people are very measurable.